Hello everybody, I'm /VC. Welcome back to Quasimorph. This is our vessel. It is the HIS Magnum. See if we got things in production. We're producing first aid kits and sorbent right now. We're about to take a mission for the civil resistance. If I look at my system map, looks like we're going to the moon of Earth right here. We can get there in 20 days. And there's a mission here called Free Your Hate. The civil resistance robbery mission against Sunlight Coven. Now, we read about the civil resistance in the last episode, and before we start this one, let's check out what the Sunlight Coven is about. Know your enemies. Sunlight Coven is here. They have about 300 less power and influence. What's it called? Faction power. And the civil resistance right now, who's jumped from last one on the list to right below the Hexarchy. That was a quick move, wasn't it? Anyway, so this is the Sunlight Coven. If I get some info on them, we find out that they're ruled by the Archpriest Eric McLathagan and the Archpriestess Edita Domina. Their headquarters are the Dark Flora on Deimos. Sunlight Coven is one of the most unusual and mysterious corporations in the system. On the one hand, it is an ordinary religious organization. Religions were forced to institutionalize as corporations under the ANCAP system. On the other hand, the Coven competes with Daydream Chems in pharmaceutical research. They also compete with ANCOM because they own a small media empire. Based on traditions of 20th and 21st century cults, reinforced by modern psychoactive technologies, the Coven offers its followers not just a religious experience, but, quote, true enlightenment. All employees of the corporation are required to participate in religious and ecstatic practices, since it is believed that enlightened people are much more effective than ordinary people. It is believed by who? By the propaganda department of the so-called Coven? Because enlightened people being more effective than ordinary people is to say what? That effectiveness is the chief spiritual reference point? Which of course it's not, and it's probably the opposite. The pharmaceutical arm of the Coven is a vital element in ensuring the commercial stability of the religious corporation. This is basically the dream of, who was it that wrote The Doors of Perception? I can't remember his name right now, but the author of The Doors of Perception that Jim Morrison, lead singer of The Doors, admired so much, was looking for this magical chemical that they could use in place of righteous religious experience. Sunlight Coven sells highly effective medical technologies but does not openly trade in psychoactive substances, although their drugs for the treatment of various types of addictions and support of rehabilitation are in great demand. There's a little reflection of our modern era where they're trying to look at using powerful hallucinogenic and psychoactive substances to treat addiction. The Coven is also active in the media business. The corporation owns several film studios that produce documentaries about ancient and modern religious practices. Here's your History Channel Ancient Aliens for you. The main consumers of this content are the employees of the Coven itself. However, multi-part videos about ancient Egyptian rituals, orders of stonemasons, or purple caps find their viewers everywhere. This is a popular form of escapism for low-ranking corporate workers. Sunlight Coven's educational programs are recognized as some of the best in the system in the fields of sociology and religious studies. The Coven provides educational services to those who wish to study the social structures and mechanisms that underlie modern cults and beliefs. Of course, only one of them can rid one of prejudices, the cult of the Coven itself. Beware of anyone that wants to rid one of prejudice, since prejudice is about the only way that you can think clearly about anything. If your mind is completely free of all prejudice, then it has no reference point. Let me give an example. A Taoist practitioner has a Taoist prejudice. A Buddhist practitioner has a Buddhist prejudice, obviously. In order to, you must have some structure, which they're calling a prejudice, in order to be able to begin thinking along a certain line. So this, they're going to free their minds using LSD, basically, these Sunlight Coven. The Sunlight Coven historically emerged in the mid-20th century. As a corporation, it was formalized shortly after the Great Anarchist Revolution. A group of mystics and scientists took responsibility for the organization. Mystics and scientists. Basically the same thing in my mind. Soon, the Coven began to seek ways to synthesize old occult knowledge with advanced pharmaceutical and neuroscience technologies. There's your doors of perception once again. The fall of states allowed the corporation to expand its influence, offering unique spiritual practices that go beyond traditional ideas about religious experience. So in other words, these unique spiritual practices are described as unique because they're not spiritual practices at all, and basically predicated on their pharmaceutical empire. And that so-called go beyond traditional ideas about religious experience. In other words, you're not getting a religious experience, you're getting a trip. Thank you, Sunlight Coven. The civil resistance is coming for you. So we're on our way to the moon to do something to these guys. Let's do it. Pull up my system map. 20 days of travel. Initiate.
We can terminate orbit, sir. Confirm charge and go. You are go for the orbit. Roger. In.
And here we are, in orbit of the moon. A nice little view of some of the primary craters on the surface of the moon. And in the distance, we can see one of the other orbiting bodies of the Earth trailing in the moon's orbit. Here's our mission, Free Your Hate, military operation for the Civil Resistance. The mission is a robbery mission with a low difficulty and 2 floors to cover. I'm going to select our operator and bring Isabella Capet again. She's an Eclipse Blade class. I think I've already picked out her basic equipment. We're just going to bring a first aid kit and a bottle of water, some .42 caliber ammunition, and her trusty tactical tomahawk. For almost 100 years now, the civil resistance has been waging a desperate struggle against corporations. Humanity is enslaved. The heroic efforts of the rebels, without support and without supplies, sometimes seem simply meaningless. By the way, about supplies. We have at our disposal an information package, from which it follows that there are valuable items at MTZ. This is what the CR is missing to intensify actions in this region of the solar system. The capitalists' Sunlight Coven clearly have no use for them. We can help the rebels if we organize a movable property operation. Extra. MTZ is a real city in a stationary lunar orbit. The convenience and comfort of the modules make their rental highly attractive, resulting in extremely high income for their owner. Yes, I see. MTZ, the landlord class on the moon. Let's start the mission. Task. Find and pick up valuable items on each floor of the station. Smash and destroy everything you want, but take the goods. After that, evacuate. Floor 1. On each floor of the MTZ, pick up valuable items, then evacuate. Drugs package, 0 of 5. I see. So we've got a total of 5 packages spread among the 2 floors, it seems. Here's some medical supplies we can start out with, and a crafting station. No, an auto dock, excuse me. Oh my god. What is this? It's a scholar. They have a coarse VKT submachine gun. Where did the fire come from? T-Wolf took 23 fire damage from hazardous terrain. Wow, that is not good. Radiation sickness? From a beam weapon. I don't think we saw the other person that fired that weapon. Very blistering and painful damage from combustion. Okay, we're going to lose 1 HP. We're going to lose 6 HP per turn because we are on fire. Did I bring water? I did. Okay, I can put the fire out. Go into a run. Try to get out of this doorway. Well, that didn't go very well. Fortunately, it gives us an opportunity to talk about one of the primary mechanics of the game. AKA, if I look at my crew right now, Isabella Capet is not available because she is being recloned. That's right, Francis Reed Daly, Victoria Bodica, Percy Fawcett, and Isabella Capet are being cloned from, it seems like, soft drives that we keep on board. So she can be recloned later if need be. Since that didn't work out, let's try bringing Francis. Go back, we can reattempt the mission. I think we just got unlucky there. Let's select my operator. Well, let's try Francis Reed. We'll take a different class. We'll go Scout of Hades. Now this guy is going to get close quarter combat specialist. He gets experience for shooting a weapon. He's also hardened, has increased resistance, weapon durability. He also goes into a blind fury to get increased damage output and has increased health and combat focus as a Scout of Hades. Now, as far as his equipment goes, we are not going to be able to send him with a backpack. I don't think we even have one. We've got a mag vest, and that's all. Maybe we can find a backpack. Let's pick a weapon for him. We'll bring... Do we need a knife? Probably not. Let's bring a 9mm submachine gun on this one. The only clothing I have available is a shirt. Got a few rounds of 9mm to throw in that vest. Unfortunately, when Isabella died, we lost our military first aid kit. So I probably should have tried to use it before I tried to move the character. This character will not be able to eat his enemies, so we're going to have to bring some food along. He may get hungry. I'll bring a sorbent. And perhaps, do I have bandages? No, we'll have to make bandages when we get there. Alright, that's it. Let's see if we can do it with this guy. Perhaps play a little more carefully this time, listen at the doors and so on. I don't hear anything. We could manufacture a tactical backpack from rags. If we get a kill, I'll take some things apart for the rags and we'll make a backpack for this guy. Oh, nice. We got another first aid kit. Throw that in the vest slot. Ceramic armor plate components and... found him some pants. This here is extremely valuable. A welding machine that will help us to upgrade our shuttle. Oh, oh. Here we go. We got somebody sneaking up. Oops, whoops. No, I hit the wrong key. Oh my goodness, that guy blew himself up. Okay, let's back it up. We took an injury. What do we get? We got a chest bone fracture. Okay, what do I have to treat that? Nothing. Alright, we'll get some rags off of his body. Ooh, that fire's spreading quick. Get some rags off of his body, and maybe we can treat our fracture with something. Uh-oh. Contact. Ah, no room for more ammo? Okay, that's fine. Well, we're gonna need to... We don't have an infection yet. And without a backpack, this is gonna be difficult. So I'm gonna look at the body, and what we'll do is disassemble everything. Okay. That should have given us a whole selection of stuff. We've got powder. We disassembled the 9mm bullets to get the powder. Okay, here's a selection of rags. I'll go ahead and eat these noodles. Oh, we can use the plastic on the chest fracture. Think? Like so? Yeah, very good. I don't want to grab all these rags. We'll go craft those into a backpack. That was down here, I believe. Was either... This was a crafting station, I think. Oh, I didn't see this bookshelf either. Need to check that out. Where was that crafting station? I think it was this one. Now our chest fracture is beginning to hurt again. I'm gonna try a rag on it. Okay, now that one cooks food. Here we have a bookshelf. Prototype, blueprint, scientific data, and glass. Must have been this one here that'll make a backpack. There we go. Let's craft a tourist backpack. Yeah, okay, he automatically put it on, so that's convenient. Our chest fracture healed already, so that's good news. I wonder what this does. I think it... Yeah. See, we don't have a map right now. I think this is a map jammer, a map signal jammer or something. Construction drone. I think this is an important upgrade for our spaceship also. And a drugs package. These are our mission goals, to find these drugs packages. I'm going to try to destroy this. There we go. Can I pull up my map now? Yeah, now we've got the map, and it's showing us where the drugs packages even are. So this is great. Okay, there's 3 more on this level, it appears. Here we have a branded nail gun. May grab the nail gun. We've got a lot of nails for ammo back on the ship. Let's crouch and listen. I don't hear anyone. Look at our Sunlight Coven has carved occult symbols on the ground over here. Does this look righteous to you? Another one in the corner over here. Okay, now according to our map, oh no, the drugs package is probably not in this room. It's right over here, but I don't think there's a door here. Let's look. Yeah, there's no door directly to it. The drugs package should be right there in that area, so we'll take this route. Haven't spotted anyone. There it is, I think. Isn't this it? No. This is a shotgun. Probably more useful than the nail gun. I'll swap out. This is the package. There we go. What do we have here? This is a lunar innards. Okay. Probably only findable on the moon. It's a resource. Capacity 1 of 20. Oh, I see. That's how many you can stack. I don't know what the heck that is. Alright, let's go get the final package on this level. More lunar innards in a box there. I wonder, is the elevator in this direction? Well, let's just go find the final package first. Yeah, there's 2 of them on the other side of this door. I don't hear anything. On the bookshelf, we've got a gunsmith and engineer repair kit. It'd be nice to have, but I think we're not going to have inventory space for them in the end. Alright, where's that elevator? It's either here. Yep, there it is. Wait, before we go in there, there's a gun case here. SR-78 assault rifle and a flash laser handgun. This one, it takes a different ammo type than the one we're carrying. I would like to have the laser rifle, since our last character lost hers when she died. When her clone died. Okay, we have no signal here because there's a map signal jammer operating. The bean mass has more calories for the inventory slot, so I'll take those. See if there's anything we can drop. Not really. We could actually get rid of this. Engineering repair kit is for cyborgs and robots. I'm going to take the plastic in case we need a splint. A little extra water for the regeneration, and another sorbent for infection and poisoning. Gasoline and cola. This looks like the very similar map to It's not the same, is it? Okay, I'm listening. Oh yeah, we've definitely got resistance. If these guys shoot this barrel, there's no way I'm gonna survive that. But on the other hand, if I get their attention by firing my weapon, oh no, wrong button. Okay, now we'll run back. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 squares. Turn around. Okay, I can run 3 more. Actually, I can run 2 squares and then shoot that barrel. Let's do that. Shift, not control. Yeah. There we go. It says Guardian is dead. He got caught in the explosion right away. One of them may step on... Yeah, here he comes. Did that door close and then open again? Let's listen. Is there an enemy on the other side? Oh yeah, there's 2 more. And we don't get to cheat with the fire barrels this time. Alright, I'm gonna take a step forward, open the door. Oh. Can't open doors while you're in run mode. I think they're going to approach the door. I'm gonna wait here. Although, actually, if they don't, here's plan B. I'm gonna step over, take a shot, and then step back over here. I'm out of ammo. We'll use the laser pistol. Okay, I need to reload one of these. How long will it take to reload this, I wonder? Okay, we can get it reloaded before they come through the door again. This is a string 21M laser handgun. It may be better than the one we have. Damage is a max 32, max 33. Crit chance is the same. Range, this one has a higher range. Take this one. Oh, good. There's food here. Good food, too. And we picked up a few more rags. Gonna have to leave the vodka there for now. Alright, I think there's still one more opponent inside this room here. I don't see him, or I can't hear him though. He may have died from other injuries. Plenty of 9mm ammo. We can top that up. There we go, now we're topped off on that. His shoes are in better condition. And luckily, they're my size. What on earth is this? The Eye of Karok. The eye that dispels dark, explores level. Wow, really? Okay, let's use that. Oh, hell yeah. We've gone from absentia to grasp. I think the Quasimorphs are awakening since we've lost the eye. I still can't pull up my map, but the level is explored. This is a class chip. It would unlock the Scouts of Hades, but we've already got the Scouts of Hades unlocked. I think this is also a trade item. Maybe more valuable than this little bit of food that we're carrying, so I'm going to take that. And we found another drugs package. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to forgo my splints for now, but we may have to come back for them. Oh, that's all the packages. Mission complete. Excellent. If I ask for an evacuation, then the elevator will become evacuable. I don't have to do that till I make it back to the elevator, however. Some 9mm bursting rounds over here. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave them behind. Unfortunately, our backpack's just not big enough. Oh! Wow, where did he come from? 2 of them. Blocking my way back to the elevator. Alright then. Back up one. Try to catch him coming around the corner. We've got our combat reflexes enabled. Here they come. Alright, so there were 3 there in that elevator. They must have come down the elevator. How much? Yeah, we can take a little bit of this 9mm. I'm going to reload my weapon. There we go. That'll give us room to take more rounds. What's this? Fibromin burn tablets. Batteries we're full up on now. Synthetic chicken. Alright. I think we've got everything we can carry. I'm gonna first call in for the evacuation. Tap the elevator. We're out of here. Mission complete. Agent I4R490 successfully evacuated to home base. The capitalist Sunlight Coven will have to deal with the destruction we caused at MTZ for a long time. The call nodes took the junk and gave us some equipment. And they gave us more junk, but hopefully they'll get better rewards as they become more powerful. So there we go. We're going to unload everything we got at the mission, and we can sort it out using that button right there. From there, I'll sort it out more. This chip right here, we're going to try to trade that off to somebody. It gives a lot of value, it seems. Okay, click Finish Mission. And that's it for the Civil Resistance mission around the moon. There's one more potential mission here for Ancom or Grasshopper Tech, which we may or may not take in the future. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Quasimorph. I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, I'll see you in the comments. Take care.